All right, man cave. How are we doing today? It's going to be a glorious day. So, I hope everyone is doing well and everyone's resting for the week. Got a little video for you today. I have not done a Passport Bro video in a while, but it's been a while because things have been changing. And like I said, I did say this many months ago about how things were going to start changing. You know how I always say that women seem to mimic everything that the men do. When they talk about that marriage is a scam, they start saying marriage is a scam. When they talk about the bully, analogy, then they come up with the bully analogy. So I actually have a couple of videos that proves that point. First, I'd like to say thank you everyone who has been tuning in on all the platforms. Thank you very much. And never forget, please hit the like button, you guys. I appreciate it very much. And you guys on TikTok, come to YouTube. I know it's old school, but please come on over. Say hello. Write a comment. You guys are great. So, I'm pretty sure we need just a quick wrap up about the Passport Bros effect.
9 times out of 10, you are not getting these men in their prime. And the reason why this garbage started in the first place is because these passport bros went around and said, oh, look at this other group of women. They're so much better than you. And that will naturally put anyone on the defense.
That about these foreign women talking about, I got your man. Girl, those girls, as soon as they get that visa, they're going to be gone in 24 weeks, if not 3 months. Because guess what? They're going to realize that those guys were discarded and unwanted for a reason.
Look, when you say that you're a passport bro, I'm just keeping it real. When you say that, you are publicly admitting that you don't have the personality, social skills, or the confidence to get a lady in your country.
Y'all will buy a plane ticket to go to another country to pay a woman or a femme-presenting person to have adult relations with you. But tell me something, incel black men, you red pill popping, podcast watching, pathetic excuses for men. Tell me this. If y'all are so desirable, right? If y'all are what every woman wants, why y'all got to go so far and work so hard and spend so much money just to find a woman to lay down with you?
There has been a growing trend of Western men traveling to Asian countries in search of traditional women for cooking, cleaning, and taking care of them, often referred as passport bros. However, this trend has received criticism from many women on both different continents who find it.
Yeah. So anyway, the same logic. They're either pedophiles or they just want easy women. And yes, they label it as they just want women for cooking and cleaning. Like I said, listen to what a woman says. Very important. Cooking and cleaning, things, and so they can label it as slavery. Because any modern woman knows what slavery is. So yeah, that was the hatred for many years and the Passport Bros and all the videos and Austin Holloman, everything else you could think of. Everybody was just had something to say. So many years later, for some reason, I don't know what happened. You started hearing this trend called the Passport Sisters because, Lord knows they're not original. So they come up with something so original. And now you're starting to see women not going to other countries like Africa or any continents. And in the countries within Africa, but for some freaking reason, they are going to Thailand and Asian countries. Why? I don't know. Because they're not original.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Glam. So I'm ready to talk about part 2 of my horrible experience flying to the Philippines as a female solo black traveler. I flew in from Bangkok, Thailand on Philippine Airlines. Everything was going smooth until I reached Manila Airport. I honestly feel because of my skin color, I didn't receive good customer service. These two right here, they was among the many, y'all, that kept staring at me, talking in their language about me. At this point, I was just ready to go home because they wouldn't let me leave the airport.
Let me ask you a question. So did she verify that she can speak the language? How do you know they were talking about you? She didn't verify, like, oh, yeah, I know I can speak it, so I know what they're saying. And maybe they're just staring. Did you ever think about that? Here's the other thing that a lot of people don't seem to run a breakdown and pretend it doesn't happen. Maybe because they know they've seen your videos. Oh, did I say that? Yeah. I did say that, right? The internet's forever. You think that these people haven't, the male and the females from these countries, these Asian countries that you call third world countries, broken countries, no education countries, no running water countries. You don't think that they have the internet there. Everyone has a cell phone. You can pick up a hobo that can call 911 and say, I need to go to the hospital. He's broke, but he's got a cell phone. What makes you think that people don't have, maybe, let's just say there is hatred. Maybe it's because you have spent so many years insulting them. Why do you think you can go to another person's country, insult those people in that country, and then be shocked that they don't treat you with any type of love and respect? I've traveled all over the place. This is my personal experience. Never had a problem. But again, I've never been to Thailand, so I don't know. But plenty of men have gone there, never had problems with it for some reason. And I get tired of the black experience of being a black in another country. Enough is enough. We get it already. We don't have to make everything about race because this country makes it about race. I'm not downplaying racism. I'm just saying, you're saying, oh, they don't like me because of my skin color. Maybe it's because you're just a, cunt. Maybe. Or they see you as the other ones who insulted them. I wouldn't be comfortable with someone insulting my brother and then coming in my house. Just saying.
Well, you would think when I boarded things got better. No, these two arguing over my seat. My seat. Finally, we take off, heading back to the U.S. Look at that beautiful view. One thing I'm going to give Philippine Airlines credit for is this food. This meal was like top 3 of the best meals I ever had on the airplane. Or maybe because I was just starving. And this lady had the nerve to change her seat to sit next to me, the only black person on this plane, and kept scooting over, clutching her bag. My experience was crazy.
So she fought hard to fit the stereotype of clutching her pearls and her purse next to you. This is what I say. None of it makes any sense. Oh, yeah, she was offended by me, but she wanted to sit next to me. She kept clutching her purse because she was afraid I was going to steal on the plane and go nowhere. You see how this doesn't make any sense? This is what happens when you have actual racism and people like this make something racist out of nothing. And then people don't take racism seriously. That's a problem. First of all, it's a freaking plane. You don't own the seat next to you. You own the seat that you're sitting your butt in. Who cares they're sitting next to you? When I used to take the bus, did I care? I liked the fact that no one wanted to sit in the bed next to me because I looked like an angry black dude. I was happy. All that leg room was fantastic. But, I'm not the type of person that gives a crap. So whatever. You're really upset and angry because somebody wanted to sit next to you and then they argue for a seat that was yours. How do we know that was what happened? Did you speak the language? Do you have a part 3 that shows that you spoke the language and you understood what they were saying? Were you absolutely sure that you were sitting in the right seat? Questions.
The struggles that we have had as black girls dating Filipino guys here in the Philippines. Filipino men are shy. I think we're feisty. We are feisty. We are we don't bite. Filipino guys are not attracted because we have darker skin. Sometimes you do find people who are interested, but they're interested for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Message me 2 before it was like, I want to have some of that chocolate. Go buy Nutella. I'm not chocolate. I'm a black girl. Melanin. Filipinos, their family are so close-minded. I'm so sorry. I've actually never, ever in my life seen a relationship where the girl is black, the guy is Filipino, and the whole family is like 100% into it. So never. Maybe we should be the first. Even in high school, I've tried having crushes on Filipino guys, but they always ditch me for a Filipino girl or a light-skinned girl.
Wow, it's not looking good for passport sisters. First, you complain about the treatment you get. Maybe after the whole debacle of you making fun of passport bros and their women. And now you're mad that you looked at as a side piece. I'm just saying maybe there's a possibility that they've watched Instagram, TikTok, where you literally make yourself look like side pieces. I'm not saying you did. You showed this to the world. It may not be even you, but women like you did. So that becomes a problem. It becomes a problem because the image you put out there, regardless if it's not you, these girls over here, they did. And that's the thing that you have to control. Regardless, you say, well, I didn't do it. I wasn't me. I don't do those type of things. You got to prove yourself. But when you stay quiet, don't get mad that people look at you and say, oh, this is easy. That's why they talk to you the way they do. And they already established that they go after Filipino, white, Spanish, and then you. You're the least desired. Now, while there are many beautiful women that are out in this world, you have tarnished your image. Don't blame anyone for calling it out. You tarnished your own image. And you sit there and say, well, I'm not going to be responsible. That's not me. They're their own entity and they can do whatever they want. Okay, fine. And when those men still judge you, accept it and move on. Don't get mad. Accept it and move on. Because if you ain't going to speak about it, that's your own problem. Sucks to suck. All right, I got one more video for you guys today.
Disrespect from the American women, when it comes to the passport bros, you might ask, like, where did this start? Why is this going on? They say that they're dusty. They say they're losers. They're not worth keeping. So why are they speaking out about it?
It's a good question.
Well, it's because they're projecting. They are upset because they don't feel desired. Men are not approaching women or playing games with women like they used to. They've taken the red pill. They've woken up. And quite honestly, if I was a guy or if I had a son, I would advise him to go overseas.
See how they can, I'm just saying, did you ever notice how they can always be, if it's their child, they don't care what the men happens to the men, but if it's their child, all of a sudden, they understand. The same way with Cardi B. Cardi B understood, I talk about hoe stuff, but the honest truth is, if my son, I wouldn't have nothing to do with this. Do you have any idea the people that follow people like Cardi B will live that lifestyle, but she's telling her own son, I want him to have nothing to do with that. It's disturbing, and they don't listen to it. You're wondering why people label you the way you do because you allow yourself to be labeled as such. You don't do a thing to change it, and then you're shocked and appalled that people label you as such. You could change yourself, and you choose not to because it's easier just to go with the flow and hope for the best than to change things yourself. That's one of the biggest problems, that you don't want to change yourself. You just want everyone else to change around you. I don't feel bad for them because the same people who are calling passport bros pedophiles and calling them every type of ism you can think of, insulting the women of those countries who can speak more languages than the women who in the first world country can speak. I wonder to myself, will any of those women come down on these women and call them lazy for going overseas? No, they won't. We know this because they don't have any intentions of doing that. What they do is they see these women over here as less than, but the women who do it, they can do whatever they want. If they want to be divest, there's nothing wrong with that. And let's keep it real. Divestors are some of the most disgusting people on the planet. Not for their choices of who they want to go after, but how they tarnish and crap all over the men that they want to show off to. But you will never hear them say anything about it. So men, stop getting mad about it. Get your passports. Leave the country. Take your money elsewhere. Leave them the Pookies and Ray Rays. Leave them the Chaz that they can dream about. But the honest truth is, they're not going to go any further than that. Let it go. Stop getting mad. Get your passport. Leave the country. And live a happy life. And don't bring them here.